Okay. All right. Have a good rest. Yeah. So, for this stream, this is our second art stream now. For this, I want to focus on specifically the fire of my avatar. If I can get it on the screen. Right. So this is the progress on my avatar currently. Oh, I should probably unmute. Let me check if I'm muted. Okay, it should be picking up fine. I'm just going to do a quick check if I can hear myself. Test. Hello? Right. Can I... Okay, it's picking up audio. That's good. Successful audio check. Anyway. So, yeah. The progress of this is going well, I think. But, yeah, I figured it'd be important to get one of the most difficult parts out of the way, and that's the fire itself. And it's kind of difficult, from my experience, to actually draw a convincing looking fire. Because, like, fire doesn't really have, like, a solid shape to it, rather a pattern. Oh, that was an eraser. Something like this. I think, yeah, the sort of like single frame of fire I've done for this is pretty good, but like I want this to be animated with like the flames at least forming and evaporating at the top. So I think that's going to be like the point of this art stream, to try to figure that out. Generally, every time I draw the fire of my avatar, I would start with like a full green, but then also have my opacity at like, let's say 25, and then do this. And then also fill it in with the same amount. And then I would like change the green over to like a third of the way towards white, and then increase the opacity to 50%. And then fill a bit more of it out, like so. Oh, generally try to keep it within the shapes of the other flames as well. Like that mistake I just made. I don't remember if I had this exact process when I originally made this exact flame image. So I'll probably have to experiment with that during this stream, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'd say that doesn't quite resemble the original image. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, hey, Peter. How's things going? Like right now, I'm doing a sort of test flame here, just to try to see if I can remember the exact like settings I made with the original flame here, because I'm quite proud of how this looks. Like the exact opacity stuff. Yeah, it looks really good against this background, I think. Well, thank you. I actually, a bit of a funny story. I actually originally got the whole like idea for my avatar in Roblox of all things. Like I might have an image of it somewhere, but I was experimenting with like some of those free Roblox avatar bits you could get in events back when Roblox done those. And there was this one helmet bit that you could get as like a free reward in one of the Halloween events, which was like green flames. Yeah, it was basically spirit fire with like two eyes on it, and combining that with one of the Arthro Knight bits, actually like it basically made the face here, which I really liked. I should have an image of my Roblox avatar somewhere in these files if I can get to them. I can't seem to find it in pictures. I'm sure I'll eventually find it. Well, I'm sure you get the idea anyway. But back to actually drawing here. Actually, I'd say like the current idea I have in mind for like opacity and like color and stuff is kind of similar to this. Should be good to just, yeah. So this is just like a test flame thing, so just erasing this now. And I'm gonna I think it was I don't remember the exact year that the Halloween event was on. I think it might have been, I'm thinking of like 2017 or 2018. I think that might have been the exact year that the event was that I got this idea from. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna duplicate this frame just so I can like modify it to however I see fit. Or at least just like leave an unaltered copy of it. It'll be a better idea. I'm gonna like, yeah, have it at a very low opacity, but still there. Wait, no, not erase that. Erase the top one here. Right, so that way we still have like a basis on what it was and can modify it from there. I'm gonna get some dockers out as well. I think that's what they're called. Basically, just like parts of these. I actually haven't decided how exactly my character is able to talk. The idea here is that this vent takes in air and it's pushed down into these pistons, and they are then pushed back up through like the top here, like sort of like through the vent. I haven't decided yet if like I'm able to speak through the eyes themselves, like telepathically or something. I really should like figure out exactly, yeah, how like it would make logical sense. There's like some things I still haven't fully decided on, like my character's lore yet, so I'm not sure if I'll go with having mouth fog or stuff, but it's an interesting idea. Maybe I'll consider it in the future. Right. Alright, so I was looking for the dockers. Should be around here. Window? No, no. Ah, yeah, dockers. Animation timeline, okay. I should name this layer just so it's easier to tell what it is. Because it's kind of confusing with it just being all like the same name pretty much down there in the timeline. Oh, through hallucinations, like I can like manipulate people's minds. Interesting. I'm not like that powerful. Like the idea I have of my species, this stuff is that like it's the actual eyes that are just the beings. Like they work. They're able to float as long as they're like they've got enough heat on them, which explains the fire and such. They've got like instincts to build their own bodies for young ones out of like scraps they find, but also still like need to work in a sort of binary system. So there's generally always two inhabiting one body. Wait, so like, trying to understand, like, do you mean that if like the person I'm trying to communicate with would like sniff air around, then like they could hear the voices I'm saying? I'm just trying to understand what you're suggesting with the non-clean air. Right. Anyway, let's try to get the first frame of fire up. So I figured it'd be best to like. I don't have like full experience with this animation stuff in Krita, so hopefully I can do this well. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have the eyes be in their own like layer, just because I notice a sort of habit I've got where I form the fire outline around the eyes, but I don't really want to like have them affect the actual like shape of the flames just because they happen to be floating there. Oh, okay, I see. I suppose I'm not sure if like I really I'm not sure if I like the idea of like forcibly polluting the air around just so I can talk to people, but it's an interesting idea. But yeah. Right. Right, so we're just gonna have the eyes for this layer. And then for this, we're just gonna have the body. Okay. Might as well rename these just for organization's sake. Alright. Oh. Let's go for an opacity of 25 for this first bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna redo with that just because like it's too solid of like a shape. I want to have a lot of like dents in it, like the original thing. I'd say that works better. Yeah, like just maybe with extra bits of flames above it, just to fill the gap here. So a bit of a funny thing is I actually you think that this guy would sleep just standing up, but with like the eyes just laid in at the ash like like this. Yeah. I think just sleeping while standing up is kind of funny. So, yeah. I'd say that could be a good first frame. Yeah, maybe. Let's get some onion skin on screen as well. Just to be able to view them in, well, view previous frames as a reference. Alright. So yeah, the red outline here is the previous frame. But a difficult thing about these having the painting in a lower opacity is painting multiple like attempts just to like draw a line would have like it the opacity would increase in bits where the lines overlap, which sort of pressures me to do this all in one take, like the entire shape, which certainly makes it more difficult to like come up with a frame which I think fits. But we'll do our best, I suppose. And I suppose they don't really need to be perfect with it. Just like a little bit of an overlay. Is it too noticeable? Just need to be more exact, I suppose, with things. Is the audio alright? So far, I'm not sure if I like this second frame shape, and I don't really want to like get myself into a bit of a corner with just taming down the flames. I think it would be interesting to maybe have it split up from the bottom upwards, like bits here begin to form divisions, I suppose, arising from the copper upwards. I would recommend not like staying up too late just to watch some guy draw, but I'm not your boss. Oh, background noise. I suppose, yeah. Like, I've got my laptop as well as my PC just to be able to look at this chat. And also, like, chairs a bit. Yeah. It's a bit squeaky and such. But, I don't think there's much I can do about that. Oh, hey, Green. How are you doing? I'm trying to make a good looking animated flame here. What, me? Or. Oh, yeah, the animating stuff. Yeah, it's certainly something. But I'll try. I thought you were threatening me at first, but well, I know that like with my be right back screen, like this, I I didn't even try to have the flames be sort of like connected. I just went with like what looks like flames and then ended that for each frame. So yeah. Yeah, it's certainly quite hard. Once I'm done animating the flames, I also want to like animate the rest of the shading around this to like move a bit, but not like overly connected. So it'll be a lot easier to do that than the flames themselves. Thanks, Peter. Oh yeah, that that's your avatar, right? The one that's just like it's like an eye, yeah, on the screen of a computer for a head. Is that what you mean, Green? Hmm. Right. Hmm. I'm gonna be stuck here for a bit, just trying to figure out how I want the exact process to be. But I think I'm forming an idea of what I want to do. Like maybe with the shapes on the sides, I want them on each frame to sort of progress upwards, and then also eventually like small divisions to form throughout to the bottom upwards. Like they'll grow and yeah, take over the well, not take over, but like they'll grow, but like open holes on the surface of it, I suppose. I think it is good to have like at least drawn concepts for when you're making 3D models, just to like have a sort of vision in mind for how you want the 3D model to look. Man, I've got quite the international audience here. Yeah, I'm Irish. I only noticed like late into development as well that like my character's colors kind of fit with the Irish flag, like the green, a little bit of white, and also all the orange. This being mostly copper. It's something I thought was kind of cool. Not intentional, but neat. So I just now looked here to see chat. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be lots of luck. I guess. Thank you. How does that look? Thanks. I haven't really I think the few times I had animated fire, like in some of my videos where I just uploaded music I had made in some music software. I had done an animated animation of my avatar or with flames, but that was from a YouTube tutorial. I haven't really done something like this when animating fire before, where or like yeah, it sort of divides from the bottom upwards. I think fire usually does that, and would be interested to try that for this. Right. I'm just gonna like refine some of the details here. I think this should be like smoother. Okay, that still doesn't look right. Maybe a little point here. Suppose. Yeah. Alright, let's just add the extra 2 bits of flame here. We'll have them progress at least. I think this bit of flame should eventually split apart into like 2. So That's what I'm having going on here. Yeah, I think even like when I was following like a YouTube tutorial to get that animation like done, it was still time consuming to like make it convincing enough as like flames and such. Right. Move on to a third frame, I suppose. I think I might as well just have this layer of the original fire hidden just to not get myself confused. The third frame, like this one, it's more so that I'm trying to like continue the sort of pattern of these flames to the point where I can also like convincingly rematch it back to the original frame. I don't think I'm really a fan of the design of this. Like, I'm sure fire sometimes looks like it has like a slit down the middle, but I don't know, it doesn't really work for me. Oh. Need to constantly switch the opacity to 100% and back when use the eraser. Better, I suppose. I just want to make it look like the 2 points are merging here. That's basically what I'm trying. Ah, yeah, like a bishop piece, I think. That's the exact piece you're thinking of. Right. Suppose if I move this bit closer, it'll work. That's probably the best I can make it look, at least for this frame. I figure adding some bumps here would help sort of make way for future points with flames. Because this should still look pointy, to look like fire, and right now it's becoming a lot more like bumpy, less flame like, if you know what I mean. Right, the divisions. Let's continue with that as well. I'm thinking I'll continue with this stream for another hour. We'll see how long we go into this. I'll likely try to continue this animation stuff further off stream. Just figured it'd be good to try to focus a stream on at least talking about what I'm trying with it. It's like 1/2 to midnight for me right now. So yeah, I'll continue until 1/2 past. Let's continue on with the bits up here as well. With this bit of flame going upwards, I wanted to rotate a bit as well as diminish. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish. Right, let's see how it looks without onion skins. I think it's fine, I suppose. Alright, let's go to the next frame. Right. So how do these four frames look together? Eh, I don't think they look too bad. If anyone's still here in chat, like, what do you think? I think it. I think with the divides, like, the obviously they'll slowly be filled in from the bottom onwards, but they'll still like carry on to the top. I'm thinking it sort of works. I'll just have to like see how they develop in later frames. Personally, I think this. I think I'm at least on to something with this. This is also before like adding any like further red, brighter colors within the frames here. Like for example, this. Alright. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna like take a 15-minute break just to at least like my artistic glove doesn't get filled with sweat and I don't get fucking carpal tunnel syndrome in my right hand, because that would be really bad to have considering I'm right-handed. Right. Gonna have a 15-minute break for a bit. Alright. See you then. Mm. Okay, we're back. Let me just get my glove on. Okay. So yeah, so far I got 4 frames of this done, which I think I'm okay with. Just we'll just like continue ahead, and maybe like once I'm done with all of these frames, I'll like go back over and to polish some stuff that I think is like too static or something. Let's turn onion skits back on. Right. So, frame 5. Oh, yeah. Should have switched it back to green there. yeah, the issue I noticed, like, it's moving into just a basic shape. Definitely gonna need to come up with a way to like divide it or make the shape more dynamic while still making them fit in a way. That's like what I'll have these divide the bits down here for. Okay, I seem to be having a bit of connection issues, trying to keep like the chat connected according to my laptop. So I'm just gonna like try to get this frame complete and then the next one, which should take up the next up to like half past midnight, and then I think I'll end the stream there. Hmm. Okay. All right. If I'm not like responding to chat, my apologies. I'm just having like there seems to be a bit of like Wi-Fi issues around here right now, so I it's likely I won't be able to like immediately notice any questions or stuff. Let's see how this stuff looks with the eyes. I think it actually kind of works. Like, even if the fire here takes a bit more of a hedge look right now, I think, like, the idea of having it sort of break up there, and, like, it will eventually, like, the flames will eventually spread back down there once the dividers have, like, reached the top. But I think, yeah, this is the sort of strategy I'm going to go for with these flames. Yeah. Right, it's around 1:15 now, so I'll continue for like another like 15 minutes and then call it for today. So, frame 6. You know what? I think I'll have like this bit sort of like cut off as well for now. Just to match with the growing divider here. And let's get with the actual flame outlines here. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Okay, I think this is a good job. I think it would certainly be a lot of work to like continue this process long enough and then eventually manage to get it all back to this exact frame so it can properly loop. But I think I got like the right sort of idea in mind for this. It's like 23 past now. I think I'm gonna like end it here. Yeah. Thank you guys for being with me for this stream, and yeah, it was chill but fun. And yeah, I don't know what I'll do for next stream yet. I'm thinking maybe I'll just like do more ultra kill, just because I know that I wanted that to ultra kill stream I done last time to go longer, but I had like technical difficulties with audio, and having to fix that in the middle of the stream just like drained a lot of my energy of playing that game. Like I still dealt with the hideous mass and V2 in like the second half of that stream, but I just did not have the energy to bother going ahead to the Lust Slayer after that, just because of having to already like re-go over a lot of my OBS settings, just because like I couldn't really be heard in the first half of the Ultra Kill stream, and then it became an issue of like, why am I hearing myself for whenever I'm also outputting my voice to the stream, and that was a whole can of worms. But yeah, I'm thinking like next Tuesday it will be Ultra Kill. I do want it to just be like Tuesdays that I want to be Tuesdays that I stream from now on. Just because like every Sunday I have to do a bit of like coding work, and Monday works as like a break from that. So yeah, I think Tuesdays work best for me for streaming. Anyway, we're done. See ya. Share and subscribe and all that.